humility. Pray for humility in your kids. So we just talked about a spirit of excellence, and I think sometimes that can get misconstrued, and we can think of excellence, a spirit of excellence, as being better than other people, right? Like, I need to beat them, I need to be better than them, but that's not really what we're talking about when we say a spirit of excellence. Now, listen, our family, we are competitive. We can compete with the best of them when it comes to games and sports and all those things. We're competitive in that kind of stuff. But when we're talking about a spirit of excellence, we're not talking about competing with other people. We're talking about being the very best that I can be for the glory of God, right? Serving the best that I can serve for the glory of God. But that's where humility comes in. Philippians 2:3 talks about imitating Christ and tells us to do nothing from selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility, count others more significant than ourselves.
Here's my problem. We live in a world right now that admires things like pride and arrogance and self-promotion. We live in a world right now that applauds that kind of stuff. And yet when you look at the Bible, you're like, I don't know if that's something that we need to be a part of at that level. James 4:6, if that's on your notes, this is a good one to memorize. It says, God resists the proud but gives grace to the humble. So if I'm going to live a life where pride and arrogance and self-promotion and blah, 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 if that's a part of who I am, my character, my motives, man, what that just said was I'm putting myself in a position for me to be in opposition to God. I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my kid's life. Matthew 23:12, Jesus is talking. He said, whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted, which means you have an opportunity, child, to humble yourself and you'll be exalted. Or if you're going to live with this pride, egotistical, look at me all the time, blah, blah, then God says, I will humble you. And there are a lot of real life ways of teaching our kids how to be humble. You know, we've seen that through sports.
Yeah. Teams, clubs.
Yeah. Even teaching our son wants to win everything that he plays in. But teaching him how to be a good loser has been just as important as teaching him how to be a good winner.
Right, and when to compete and when not to compete. When we're on the field, when we're on the court, that's time for competition. And when we get off the field, we don't tackle our sister.
So why do we, that happens a lot. So
not as much anymore.
Yeah, why are we praying for humility for our kids? Let's go back to that verse. It says, because whoever humbles himself will be exalted. Yeah. Anybody else want that for your kids? You want God to exalt your kids, not humble your kids.